Once upon a time, there was a cow in the field eating the grass. And the cow liked to eat the grass. The grass was very delicious. He liked to eat the dandelions too, which you know are big yellow flowers. In French, they're called pissenlit, which means piss in bed, which is a bit silly as a name, but that's what they're called. They're called dandelions in English. And he loved to eat the dandelions and the dandelion leaves and the grass, especially the long, thick, luscious green grass. That was his favorite. Well, as he was eating the grass, he noticed there was a road. And he thought, what's that? I've never seen a road before. I wonder if there's anything to eat on a road. So slowly he walked towards the road, eating the grass on its way. Every now and then he'd stop to eat a big clump of green things. And from time to time he did what cows do from their bottom. You know what comes out of cows' bottoms, don't you? They do big poos and they make cow pats. So slowly but surely he walked towards the road until he was in the middle of the road. Now, standing in the middle of the road, he was in the way of everything because cows are quite large. Then he looked down at the tarmac on the road and smelt it. It didn't smell like grass. Then he stamped his hoof on it. Stamp, stamp, stamp. It didn't feel soft like the grass in his field. But he thought, that must be because it's good to eat. And he was about to take a big mouthful of grass when along came what colour car?
An orange car.
An orange car arrived. Now the orange car couldn't get past the cow because the cow was standing right in the middle of the road. Now the orange car seemed to be in quite a hurry, so it drove up to the cow and stopped and went beep beep. Well, cows don't know what cars mean when they go beep beep, so the cow said moo moo, which from a cow's language means hello. Then the car said beep 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 beep, meaning get out of the way, but the cow didn't understand. The cow thought the car was saying, I hope you're well. So the cow said moo moo moo, which means I'm very well, thank you. Then the car was getting angrier and angrier because he wanted to go past. So the car said beep 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 beep. The cow thought, oh, he must be very happy with me. I'll talk to him back and say that he looks like a lovely colour. So the cow said, moo, 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 which means, what a lovely colour you are. Is your colour orange? It's not the same colour as grass. That's what it meant, but the cow can't speak. Then the driver of the orange car got out of the vehicle and started shaking his fist at the cow and said, get out of the way, I'm trying to go fast. Well, the cow was quite upset to have a man shaking his fist, even if he didn't understand what he was saying. And the man looked very angry. Get out of the way, screamed the man. You horrible cow, I don't want a cow on my road, you're supposed to be in a field over there. Well, the cow didn't totally understand what the man said, but he kind of got the gist. So he replied in his own way. He said, moo, 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 which means, I'm not getting out of the way. I'm going to stay here as long as I want. If you want to go past, you have to go in the muddy field. I've just come from a muddy field, your turn. The driver got crosser and crosser. I'm not going in the fields, said the driver. I'll get my car will get dirty. I don't want my car to get dirty. But all the cow had to say to that was, moo. Then the driver got very, very angry and he started shouting at the cow even louder and beeping his horn. Beep, 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 beep. Get out of the way, you stupid cow. Well, that was just too much for the cow. If there's one thing a cow doesn't like, it's being called stupid. Now, I don't know your opinion of cows, whether you think they're stupid or clever, but whichever it is, they really don't like to be called stupid. And that was a very big mistake. The car, or the driver of the car, of the orange car, should never have called him stupid, because calling a cow stupid is the one way you're definitely going to make him angry. So, with that, the cow started to get quite angry, and he turned round and put his bottom above the car's bonnet. And can you guess what he did?
Then a poo.
Exactly. The cow did a huge poo.
Papa pee.
He did that too, all over the car's bonnet. Now, the car's bonnet, which was nice and shiny orange before, was now sticky, muddy brown. It had a big cow pat on it.
But what's the cow look about it?
What's a cow pat?
Yes.
A cow pat is...
But I'll look and scream.
Okay, I'll show you a cow pat a bit later, but there's like a little flat plate in the fields. You often see them in the plates lying in the fields, and they're where a cow has stood still, done a poo, and then walked on, and then it gets dry and turns into a cow pat, and it's very solid and that like that. But the flies love it. They all land on it and like to lay their eggs in it. So fields of cows have lots of cow pats on the ground where they've done their poo. But this time the cow did a poo on the bonnet of the orange car and made the orange car very, very messy. Well, you can imagine how cross the driver of the car was. He was furious. But the cow said, if you want to get past me, you're going to have to go in the muddy field. Well, the car was in such a hurry, he decided there was no choice but to go in the muddy field. So he drove past the cow into the ditch, and oops, the car fell over into the ditch and went splash into the muddy ditch. And even worse luck, the window of the car was open, and all the mud came in and made the driver muddy. He was very cross. Next, another car came. Can you guess what colour this car was?
Blue.
Exactly. But this time, the second car which came, the cow still wouldn't move. The cow had decided the road belongs to him. And he'd noticed that if he stood there long enough, the other car would just go round him and fall in the ditch. And he thought that was very funny to look at. So when the blue car arrived, he decided not to move. All he did was look at it and say, moo. Well, the blue car was also a bit cross.
He must shout like way loud.
He did. He shouted very loud, and the cow...
Way loud.
He shouted at the cow as loud as he could, and the cow was very upset. So do you know what the cow did? Have a guess.
I don't know.
He turned round and did a big
Poop.
on the car's bonnet.
Bonnet.
And then the car decided to go round by driving around. So it went round and fell in the ditch and got all muddy. And then the next car came. It was a light blue car belonging to Aidan. And now, when the car saw the cow in the road, Aidan thought, oh, there's a nice cow in the road. Now, Aidan was much more clever than the other cars. He got out of the car and said, hello, nice cow. What lovely horns you got. And the cow said, moo. He liked that compliment. Then Aidan said, what lovely big eyes you've got. I like those. And the cow fluttered his eyelashes at Aidan and said, moo. The cow was starting to like Aidan. Then Aidan, the driver of the light blue car, said, Mr. Cow, what a lovely big pink nose you've got. And the cow went, moo, really enjoying the compliments. And then Aidan, being very clever, said, I bet, Mr. Cow, you know how to eat grass very well. Look at that lovely field full of green, luscious green grass and dandelions. I bet you could eat it very, very well. And the cow said, moo, which means you bet I can. And then he said, moo, 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 let me show you. And he walked off the road and into the field and started eating the dandelions. And he was so much enjoying eating the grass that he completely forgot about the cars. And then the light blue car could go and visit the orange car and the dark blue car and help pull them out of the mud and rescue them. Then all the cars...
long story, not a little story.
And then all the cars drove off to have a picnic together and talked about their adventure with the cow. And the light blue car, which Aiden was in,
No.
decided to tell the other cars.
No, the orange car told him.
Which one was the good car, which was nice to the cow? Light blue one, wasn't it?
Yes.
So Aiden got out of the light blue car and told the other drivers how they should behave to the cow. He said, you won't get anywhere if you just shout at the cow. He's just going to be stubborn and answer back. The best way is to do what I did, give him nice compliments, and then he'll be so pleased he'll be very cooperative, and that's how you get a cow out of the road. You never shout at it. You have to be very nice to it. Give it some grass or something like that. And everybody was really thankful to the driver of the light blue car, that's Aiden, and they said thank you very much, and then they all had a picnic and talked about how to get cows out of the road. And that, my little boy, is the end of the story. The end.